Folks, as expected, Pakistan has proved to be the most unlucky country in the world, and we have seen incidents never seen in the history of any democracy. Thanks to this gang of murderers, kidnappers, blackmailers, and property dealers of GHQ, that they are not ready to accept the truth and facts on the ground and are still doing the same stupidity and corruption they have been doing for 70 years. But this is the time they cannot get away from it. They are risking the country's fate and future, and there is a great chance that chaos will evolve within months. It's not going to take much time because after when they install this fake government, after stealing the elections from Form 45 to Form 47, which this military has been doing since last, I would say 60 years, from 1958, and then in 1965 they did the same thing when the mother of Pakistan, Fatima Jinnah, was contesting the election against a dictator. And at that time, the people were not aware of the tactics of this military gang, how they are recording the audios of politicians, blackmailing them, harassing them, and putting them under the gun to get the statement they needed to create their credibility. And unfortunately, there was no media, no social, no Facebook, no Twitter, and no fact finding way to know exactly what these thugs are doing to Pakistan and will be doing to Pakistan. Thanks to social media, that now these journals, they stand naked, and everybody is throwing shame on them, throwing eggs on them if they find them, and they will find no refuge in the whole world. Wherever they will go after retirement, they will be chased after, they will be cursed after, they will face tomatoes and eggs thrown on them, and the people will not leave them alone. Even their families and their generations will suffer. But because their IQ is very low, they don't understand, they don't see the future, they have no idea about the sentiment of the country, which has so overwhelmingly supported PTI, although they had no symbol of the bat. But these GHQ thugs, they think that since they have neutered the Chief Justice, they have neutered the bureaucracy, they have neutered the legislature, and they have controlled the election commission, nothing can be done against them. This is a big misconception they have. This time they are facing the people of Pakistan, who will not leave them unpunished no matter what, because time is on the side of Pakistani people. Military time is over and their time cannot be extended. They are hoping that America will keep supporting them, but that also going to come to an end coming November, when Donald Trump will come back and will get rid of Biden administration's stupid policies. And the American people will realize that they have lost a sincere friend they know as Pakistan. They think the journals are on their side. They are mistaken. The journals are on nobody's side. They are on the side of their greed. They are on their side of power. And they will take the country's money, wealth in billions, and then retire overseas. But now the things have changed in a way that the people of Pakistan and the world will go after them. They will not leave them alone. They will not leave them in peace, and they will face the wrath of the people of Pakistan, no matter which country they reside. Once they know Asam Munir is in Belgium or is in Canada or is somewhere in US, they will chase him. They will harass him. They will protest of his presence in that country, because any country who give them refuge will be giving refuge to a killer, to a sabotager, to a destroyer of democracy, to a humiliator of human values, and women in particular. The way they have treated during this 22 months duration, and the time will definitely is not on their side. It is on the side of the people, and the next generation will remember this forever. We can see this in the current PSL matches, how people are supporting Imran Khan and how they are singing his songs and how they are harassing the police, particularly the police commissioner who came to see the match, how he was humiliated. And this bastard was smiling as if they are welcoming him. So the things have changed. The next generation, if the election is held in 1 year or 2 year, then we'll have another 10 million young people added to the electorate. So the next 25 years, these young people of Pakistan will make sure the power of the military is done for good. All these corrupt generals will be tried in court of law, will face court martial, and may face serious punishment, like Musharraf was given to. These people are playing with the destiny of 24 million innocent people who work 10 hours a day to bring two times food on their, but because their stupidity and their association with the mullah radical gang. Every mullah is a radical, every mullah is stupid, every mullah is low IQ, but the mullahs they have associated with, they are an absolute terrorist. Just few days back, they chased a woman who had couple of Arabic letters on his dress, on her dress. They claimed this is the humiliation of Quran and this is the blasphemy and all that nonsense. Luckily, there was one brave inspector. Think her name was Marbano, who took the courage and saved that woman. Otherwise, these lynchers created by GSQ, they were going to burn that woman alive, like they did to a Sri Lankan manager who was helping Pakistan to increase its export. So the country, with being run by these two lowest IQ people, mullahs and the military gang, which is third class, in most cases supplementary pass people who have no idea how the civilian life is actually happening or being worked out in Pakistan. They think that their gun is the solution of all problems. And whenever they try to solve the problem through a gun, the situation becomes worse. And a couple of political parties like PPP and PMLN, they have become smarter and then have tried to work with them every time but failed. And ultimately, they have to go back on the defensive and work only on their locality. Like People's Party, they control Sindh and they will control Sindh for the next 100 years. And they are in a position to blackmail these thugs and say, if you do more hacky-packy, we are going to announce our independence. Same like Balochis are doing. And the military gang cannot take that risk. But it is coming. It is for sure coming, because unless a democratic system is set up and this military gang is brought to justice, there can be no workable situation or solution or environment in Pakistan. Pakistan is destined to fail thanks to this mullah gang and the GSU gang. Mullah gang does the worst. They have isolated Pakistan from the rest of the world. and their terrorist activities, like on this shit of blasphemy and the 7th century Arab mentality, have totally blackened their face. Imagine you are wearing a dress which has two Arabic words like halwa and something means beautiful, and they say this is Quran, because the people are so ignorant, and the mullahs, they use those ignorant people. They incite them without knowing that the Arab world care less about Muhammad. I have said many times, Muhammad was hated and dished by his own associates. They did not bury him for 3 days. And he was about to explode when Ali dug a pit in the very place where he died and then put him in. And this Sufi gang who created this new Muhammad after 200 years, they have made so many false claims about him, which Arabs don't like. And sometimes these Arabs, they laugh. They said, okay, if you want to follow that shit, that's fine, because it is helping us. When you are the lover of Muhammad that you want to sacrifice is your fathers and mothers on it, good for you. And we will be more rich. This is what has happened to Pakistan, a country which had no relation with Arabs. When Arabs were jumping on the trees, this area was living the best civilization known to human beings. And still, the Pakistanis have been so much brainwashed by this like of Iqbal and Modudi and Tahirul Qadri and all those nonsense liars that the nation's brain is totally blocked. They are not allowed to think or say anything. People are told you cannot read Quran, you have to read Quran under the direction of a mullah or an alim. Alim is a bigger liar, like senior mullah, you can say, because he lies so much, he become an alim. And then, if you cannot read such a stupid book on your own, that means that book is full of lies. And there are so many lies, mistakes, and blunders in Quran that if you make it a part of syllabus in a civilized world, everybody will laugh on it. But in Pakistan, we have done it. We have put this in syllabus, and we have put these ayahs on syllabus, and we have made compulsory for even higher education people to read Quran and then try to get some meaning out of it, which no one can. Because Al-Razi, a learned, I think he was a physicist or medical professional, that he said 1,000 years ago that this book has so much confused ideas, so much duplication, so much drama that we can write million books better than him, better than this. And you say this is a miracle. But because this book helps mullahs and the GHQ gang and every dictator in Muslim world, they have made special meaning out of it. They say, oh, Quranul Kareemul Hakimul Sakhim and this Kareem and this. Absolute nonsense. You read Quran in your own language and you will see that you cannot have any idea what you want to do in your life except being harassed, except being scared, except being cursed, that if you do this, we are going to do you this, and we're going to hang you with your tongue, and we're going to do this, and we'll burn you. I mean, very little information they have in the book, which is found in every religion. Most of the stories are taken from Bible and Torah. Most of the ideas are taken from Parsi religion, Zertish they call it. The idea of Miraj came from Parsis, where most of the Al-Hadith mullah says that this happened in dream, and the Sufi gang says, no, it physically happened. Muhammad was taken to the sky, and then he was communicating with the God, and then the God tell him, you have to pray 50 prayers a day. And then when he came down, he talked to Moses, and Moses says, no, this is not possible. go back and reduce it. Then he went back 2, 3 times. Then they came to five. That means Moses is more intelligent than an Arab Allah, who had no idea that in 24 hours how a human being can pray 50 times. He will be on the musalla all day. He will not be able to do anything, to earn any living, to make any money, to do any labor, to get 2 times food for his family. That means that everything will go up in flame. Nobody will be working, everybody will be down to ground praying for Allah, and then nothing will happen. I wish Muhammad had accepted this, and all these Arabs will be praying 50 times so the world can be saved. They will not have time to attack peaceful neighbors. But anyway, that did not happen because Moses uh, gave good lecture to Muhammad and Allah and tell them they cannot pray 50 times. So then they came down to senses and say, okay, 5 times is fine. Now we are having some Ramadan time coming, which is another stupidity. And the curse of Ramadan is borne by the poor of Pakistan because everything's price gets double, cost of living gets double, while the income remains same. Government hardly give 5% aid to government officers, some kind of bonus or something, maybe a month's salary, which is only 8%, while the prices are up 100%, 50 to 100%. And the whole system goes in absolute disarray. Poor take loan to survive for that month. For Mullah, it is a very holy month because he makes 80% of his annual income in that month because he says this is very holy month. Allah likes it. So give money in his name so we can enrich ourselves. And the poor get nothing. They have pressure from the family to give them new clothes, new shoes, something new to celebrate on the Eid day. And then on top of that, whatever grocery he buys, he has to spend 100% more. So he takes loan from other people and survives the month. And on top of that, now we have the stupidity of people going to Umrah and making Arabs rich, and they make more Bangkok trips from that money they made from stupid Pakistanis. Instead of following Qadi who never prayed, who never went to Hajj, not even did a single Umrah in his life, and donated all his life saving on the universities and colleges of Pakistan. Here we have people created people thanks to the GSQ gang who are the soldiers of Islam, who are the warriors of Islam, and who say Islam is the best religion and the best way of life without knowing that Islam is the worst religion on this planet because it does not make you free. It enslaves you totally from toe to your hair. You cannot do anything. The best religion, as so far out of the three, is Christianity, where Christians are allowed to eat whatever they want, drink whatever they want, dress whatever they want, speak whatever they want. And they are the most givers in the world. 80% of the world uh, poor's help comes from civilized world where the people they make money because they have time, they make money because they can do whatever they like, they generate jobs because they can work whatever they like as long as they don't hurt anybody, and have a job creation environment and culture where the people are needed all the time. That is why all the poor countries, poor Muslim countries, people, they migrate there and then work as their laborers. The educated one, they work at a better position because their country has failed them. Their religion and culture has failed them. Their religion and culture does not allow creation of jobs. It hurts the jobs. I mean, imagine this woman who was wearing an Arabic world dress. I mean, there were some jobs created through this dress. There were some people who had two times food because those kind of dresses were made in hundreds and thousands. And that is why one of the company whose name I believe was Manto, and they were printing Manto's statement because Manto is a very progressive writer in early Pakistan, and I wish they people like him were created instead of the followers of stupid Iqbal and Maududi and Arab slaves. Lahore at one time was the center of the culture of India, and it produced more than three Nobel Prizes, great musicians, great artisans. But today they are only creating terrorists, and then we have terrorist-minded people who are running after the woman with an Arabic race and want to burn her alive, like they did the Sri Lanka. This what has happened to Punjab, the largest, thanks to this GSQ gang, who did not spend any money on educating people, giving the chance to produce jobs by the poor of the people. Because the worst thing in Islam is that it wants to keep poor as poor and rich as rich. Status quo is the main aim of any religion. Islam is the worst. And then on top of that, they have no respect for women, they have no respect for poor. They don't want to give them anything except zakat, which they give with pride. That, oh, God has given us so much. Haza min fadli Rabbi, so we can help the poor. They are the bloodsuckers of Muslims. These people, they do not allow any job creation. If any poor want to excel, some rich will come and destroy his business. Some Namidar will come and will kill him. This is what we have in Pakistan. It is not a country, it is a jungle. And in the jungle, the worst people are these GSQ journals who do not want to give any human right to the people of Pakistan. Women are the worst. I mean, in civilized world, the women and men, they almost make 40, 60% money. In Pakistan, there is no woman who's working, hardly 5%, 10%, and they also are at the very lower level. You will hardly see any woman in executive level in Pakistan or a millionaire in Pakistan. Whereas, if we take an example, the United States has more women millionaires than men. This is how smart they are. But in Quran, Allah says the man is the leader of the house, man is the provider of the house, and man can do this, and man can do this. And every mosque these men go, the mullah will tell them, you have to make sure there is Islam properly displayed in your house because the God will ask you. I mean, it is such a religion where the God will ask you even when you are dead that why your son did not pray. Look at the stupidity of the people. I mean, molesting the kid, mutilating the kid, beating the kid, forcing them to remember this stupid book which has no meaning. I've told many people many times, find me one good thing which Quran teaches. All they say, oh, Quran teaches to be honest, to pray, and be helpful to parents. I said, stupid. Every religion say that. But every religion does not enslave you, does not tell you go waste your life saving on Arabs, does not tell you you can eat this, you cannot eat that. You can drink this, you cannot drink that. You should walk this, you cannot walk that. You should wash your behind like this, not like that. And you sleep like this and you die like this. I mean, from day one, a man's life is made a terrible life. He sees no freedom. He cannot use his brain. If he asks a question, Mullah will come after him. So how come you ask this question? How can you question Quran? And if you let the kids of Pakistan, who are very smart, if you let them read and then question, they can destroy Quran in 1 month, because they will ask question, nobody has answer. And you can see it every day. When you ask Mullah a question, a simple question, he will take an hour and 30 minutes to explain it. He will say, oh, because of this, because of that, because of family, because of culture, because of that. When somebody asks Mullah why Muhammad married 6-year-old girl, he will again talk another 1 hour. Say, oh, because Arab environment is hard, so Aisha was young, much early age, and all that nonsense, without accepting that this was a 5,000-year-old Arab tribal culture, which named itself as Islam. If you read the Islamic laws, punishment, so called, which is actually all barbaric and which have blackened the face of Pakistan, you will see the same punishment 5,000 years ago at the time of Hammurabi, who was 1,000 years before or 2,000 years before Abraham. This was a tribal culture. It seemed like African culture. Africans, they are getting civilized. Now they are citing their book because they don't have, fortunately, any book written about those cultures. And they don't have Sufi gang who can manipulate them. They say, oh, this was very good. Oh, Allah wanted this. And that's why it is in Quran. Nonsense. This was the law of Hammurabi, which were spoken by Muhammad and claimed to be the word of Allah. It was not, because Hammurabi never claimed he is God. But those laws of very simple laws, but the barbarism is the same as you see in Quran. If the slave want to run, you can break his toes, and if you kill somebody, then somebody has to be killed, and all that. And the same thing continued in Judaism and Christianity. But Christianity had given a lot of rights to its people. They never enslaved them. They say everything is free. This world is for you. You eat, drink, do whatever you like, only consider Jesus as your Savior, and come on our Mass on a Sunday. There is no Hajj in Christianity, where the people can waste their life saving on Vatican, let's say, or the office of the Pope. People still go there, but they are go there as a visitor, not as a compulsory goer. And when somebody visits Vatican, he does not say, I have taken Hajj. I am Hajjaj bin, I am Al Hajj. I went to Vatican 2 times, so I am now Al Hajj. Now I am a newborn, all my sins are gone. No. They still tell you you're responsible for whatever you do in this world. This is what religion is supposed to be. But the people of Pakistan, who had great culture and came from the civilization of Gandhara and Mohenjo-daro, they have been so much enslaved that they are in a pit and they don't know what to do. And if anybody tried to bring them some common sense, the pit managers, who are these mullah gang, and the journals, they kill them under the name of blasphemy. This is how bad it is. And this is very unfortunate. And that is why the Pakistan has no democracy, because this GSQ gang will never allow a democracy. And they have no human right, they have no freedom of faith, they have no woman right, they have no kids right, they have no animal rights. They celebrate dog days, dog killing days. This is what they want. While the rest of the world is celebrating dog days to help them, to save them, to do whatever they can do. The best medicine have been invented by the civilized people for animals. The injection, they even do their heart surgery if you can afford it. This is how supportive they are of dogs. And if you look at the dog, the love it gives you, nobody in the world will love you that much as your dog. I mean, how could you celebrate a dog killing day. This is how barbaric the Pakistani mentality has become. It's the same civilization where the dogs were respected. In India, we can still see, although there are some bad things happening to animals, but there are people who take care of dogs in hundreds, people who treat them, who care for them. And no such thing can ever happen in Islamic culture. Because in Islam, it is said that the angels will not come in the house if you have a dog. Now look at that. I mean, how you can really do any improvement in this culture where people say, oh, Prophet one day was angel Jibril want to come and he did not come. When he asked him why he did not come next day, he said, oh, you had a dog under your uh, place, wherever you were sitting. So now the angel Ibrahim is also a dog hater. This is how the religion evolved under Sufi gang. If the Sufis have not come in the scene and created this stupid Islam, it might have been better. People may not have time to do these kind of bad things to animals. But the Sufi, as I said many times, they are actually not Muslim. They have created an Islam where Allah is under their side pocket. They think Allah talks to us, give us basharat, हमें खशफ होता है, कशफ होता है, हमें अल्लाह से बात करने का मौका मिलता है. Same like Jews do. But they do it for their personal benefit. They don't do it for any poor. For poor, they say, oh no, poor will go to hell more than anybody else. This is what Muhammad said. Poor and women, the humiliation of women and the exploitation of poor. That is the basis of Islam. This is how Islam spread because they used poor to create jihadis who killed everybody without any remorse because they were told whatever killing you do is okay with Islam. You are a mujahid Islam. You are doing jihad fi sabilillah. And they will slaughter people mercilessly and be proud of it. Call themselves mujahid instead of killers and barbarians. So Pakistanis and Pakistan really have no future. On top of that, we have these journals and these mullahs who create these kind of situations every now and then on purpose. Blasphemy drama, this drama, Quran burning drama, this burning drama. This country has lost every moral standard to remain as a country. And the time is not that far when this will be a part of history. And by their own doing, nobody's told them to be so stupid and to be so stupid Islamist that you think that we are created for Islam, we are created to support Muhammad and his follower and his countrymen and all that nonsense. Pakistan, as I've said many times, had great opportunities. They missed every one of it. They could have been the leader of Muslim world. They missed every opportunity. And they became a slave of Arabs who call them dogs. This is what you ended up. And the world is watching very seriously and will act very soon. You will have no time to save yourself because you will start killing each other. Now the Punjabis have taken panga with Pathans. Before they took with Bengalis and then Sindhis and Balochis. But these Pathans will not leave you alone. They will make sure that you are punished and punished well. And the country is no more. Think about it. God bless.